Leading up to the 2020 elections, the Student Government Association and the Korean Student Association hosted the first annual Middle Ground, a forum where students can reach across the table in an intellectual discussion and talk about different political and social issues in today's current events. All the participants remained anonymous, and this forum was held over Zoom.
This idea actually started Marvin Carter, who is a director of diversity, equity, and inclusion here at TCNJ. He held these virtual Zoom meetings where he met with all TCNJ student organizations. His main message was, it shouldn't just be, for example, with the Black Lives Matter movement, it shouldn't just be the Black student organizations who are fighting for this cause. We should all be having these kinds of conversations, right? Because we're all part of this society, all part of this TCNJ community.
When I ran for student government, I wanted to do this event in particular because I felt so strongly about it. I actually did face some resistance from my peers. Their concern was like, we don't want to give a platform to hate. And I completely understand that and I think that, we have worked really hard to try to find that line of bigotry and ignorance versus, disagreeing respectfully.
Participants from the event, while remaining anonymous, present some tips and some strategies they went about to preparing for the event, as well as some insight they gained after the event.
Before the actual event, they sent out an email giving you specific topics that you're going to talk about. I think it was only about 5 or 6. So then once they sent that out, I definitely did a little more research on that, took some notes, whatever, so that I could have a ton of different points to talk about.
It's hard to talk about things that you disagree with, even if it's not political, like even if you're just talking about a friend and you're disagreeing on like something random. And then it's especially harder when it's like something of this nature where it's like your personal beliefs on something.
I have a position on certain topics, but I don't know if I have all the information I would need to, support my positions.
There was some disagrees, some agrees, some neutral, stuff like that, and everyone, no matter what, was respectful. So the conversation flowed really well. Everyone had a lot to say, which was nice to see. There wasn't many awkward pauses or moments where no one really knew what to say. Everyone had their opinions, everyone had their own research.
The whole way Middle Ground works is that you need to have a diversity of public opinions. So, right, while TCNJ is a liberal institution, it's also a public institution. It's home to many different political beliefs, etc. And so in order for people to become educated on these social and policy issues that Middle Ground surrounds, we need to have, different perspectives on these issues.
It definitely has grounds to keep going for many years, because there's always something to talk about. There's always things to debate, that everyone always has opinions, everyone has different views.
I feel like there's more accessibility to information, especially with social media.
It definitely calmed me a little bit, I think. I was able to say my views a little easier. And I think that goes for everybody. You have a more honest discussion, because if people know who you are, you might not want to say something because you're afraid that the people in your classes are going to look at you differently.
There are some luxuries that come with being online, right? We can guarantee anonymity, not complete anonymity, if you can recognize someone's voice, I don't know what to tell you. So I definitely think aspects of the event would have to be tweaked, but absolutely would hope something like this happens again.
You can watch this forum on the Student Government's Instagram page through IGTV. I'm Nancy Bowne for LTV News, signing off.